without further ado, let's get started. I'm a little sore. So, what's up, weebs and weebettes? Welcome to another installment of the Anime Club podcast. I am your host, Danny, also go by King Danimal, and we also have.
It's your boy Christian, aka Mula Pago, and unfortunately, we still have our third host that goes by
Teresa, aka Teresa Christian.
And look forward to a guest soon. We haven't got to it yet, but it's coming soon eventually. But so I guess before we start it, y'all have any updates or anything y'all been doing in these anime streets since?
bros and girls and gals. Do not go into your eternity with the without being prepared for feels every episode. God, yeah, someone in our chat group with our friends mentioned it, and I was like, I finished watching. Oh, I also finished watching. Well, up to, whatever. I started watching Tokyo Revengers. So then I was like, let me watch another one of this season, and then I remember that, and I was like, all right, let me watch Your Eternity. First episode, I'm like, bro, what? And then I was like, okay, this is one of that where they start you with the feels, and then they'll give you like this nice story to maybe build up on it or make it better. And then the second episode, you're like, bro, why? Why would you do this? Oh. But it's good. So if you want to feel as anime that's different, it's I like the plot that they're doing with this one. And by plot I mean real plot, not it doesn't have any of that other plot.
Not plot.
Yeah. So
this kind of plot, that show.
Yeah. That show
that kind of plot.
Danny's watching that for the actual plot. Well, no, not really. But yeah, so To Your Eternity, very surprised by it. But so far, so good. So if you guys want a quick feels, check that one out.
It's in my queue. I have it queued up. I'm probably going to get to it after we catch up with a lot of content because, like you said, Tokyo Revengers. I'm caught up in that. Been watching some, I think I mentioned it last time, Tokyo Revengers, Odd Taxi. This one about the Snow Princess is actually getting good. I'm not caught up on that, but To My Eternity is on the list, and I heard Vivi is really good, so I want to get into that too. But I've been watching this show whenever I get caught up. Sometimes Nagatoro, but Netflix been dropping some heat too with Castlevania season 4 here, and I've been watching Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascendant, whatever that show is called. Man, it's a lot.
What's the taxi anime? Is that the one where is that slice of life we looked at?
That one I thought was a slice of life, and it's like this Walrus is a taxi driver, and like it's pretty slice of lifey, but then like stuff started happening. I'm like, oh, this ain't what I was expecting. This dude got a strap. What's going on here? But it's pretty good. It's not in like crazy action, a lot of dialogue and talking, but it's like it's pretty good. I like it. Pretty chilled. That's I guess I might should go first with the questions because I guess that topic kind of set up my question when I'm talking about a whole lot of content and stuff like that. So I guess the first part of this I wanted to ask was like, at what point do your backlog just stays backlog? Because like I went to my queue, my Crunchyroll queue is extensive, and my Netflix queue is extensive, and I'm like, all right, every time something new come out, something on that list gets thrown to the back I probably ain't gonna never get to this now. And I'm like, it happened with games. That's why I don't buy too many games because that game backlog can get crazy.
Oh my God.
But it's been so much content over so many platforms since everyone has a streaming service now that there's a lot of backlog I have. So I'm like, how extensive is y'all's backlog, and at what point do you just be like, I'm not going to get to this?
Sheesh. Bruh.
Let me go first.
All right, go.
That for me, that was a very long and arduous process that I have to come to terms with the older I got. Because it was just like, like the older you get, the more busier you get with like life and shit like that. So how I came to terms with that, how the backlog just stayed in my dreams and never came to fruition. it was just self-acceptance that I'll never get to it.
I'm never gonna get to it.
It is what it is. I'm not gonna touch this.
I did a little bit of that to my Netflix backlog. I was like, just remove this from my queue. I'm not gonna get I went through there like, just remove this from my list. 5 seasons, remove this from my list. I ain't
I was like, yeah, I'm not.
Like, we're just not getting to it. So
exactly. You haven't touched that thing in like what, 2-3 years? You're just like,
you're not getting there.
It's gonna stay there.
It's a little easier with manga for me because it's just like once I'm caught up. I can easily keep up with those weekly. And then I'll start one new or old manga that's like a bunch of chapters, and I'm like, all right, I'll binge this. But while I'm binging this, everything else stay on the backlog. Then once you catch up, you just put that in the I'm caught up file that you can keep up with weekly. And then I start a new one that I can binge and catch up. So like manga's easy since I can do it everywhere, but you can't watch like anime shows.
That takes your attention.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
Professional backlogger here, so
I mean my backlog, Jesus Christ. I mean the thing is I actually don't ever like take them out of my like queue simply because it'll be like I'll be like, Saturday 3 p.m. or Sunday 4 p.m. or some shit like that, and I'm like, I want to watch something, and then I'm like, let me go to my queue list if I'm caught up. And like, oh shit, all right, this show. Usually, what makes me watch it is because someone said, "Oh yeah, that show was fire," and then I see the season ended already. I'm like, oh, I can binge it because that way, because sometimes I don't like when good shows are on weekly schedules, and I'm like, God damn it, show me the next episode.
For sure.
Yeah. So, but then there are some, but I actually never mind. I do remove some of them if like someone says, "Oh yeah, that season sucked," or that anime wasn't good. Only the first episode was good. So I'm like, oh, gonna see you later.
Get into that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna waste my time leaving you on my list. So, but I have shits like, I have stuff that I have on my list that's like 5+ years old, just because. One day maybe I'll get to it. Maybe I'm not saying I will eventually.
Because I feel you. I got some of those old ones that people recommended and it was good, and just like I'll get there once I catch up on this, or you get to a point where it's just like I'm all caught up and now I got some downtime. What to watch? Oh, I can watch this, but like that list is, especially when something new come out, I'm quick to be like, oh, this get pushed to the front.
All right. Yeah, or like that's also another reason why I would take it off. If like, let's say, it's something about it's like similar like animes, and then a new one comes out, and I end up watching the new one. I'm like, I don't want another like Sword Art Online copy, so I'm not even gonna watch you. You might be good, but you're apparently not great. But so, I'll take you off the list. But other than that. And
that's what I did with what I have it like when you said like when someone recommends something, that's like usually like the only time that something gets like a quick pass to the front. Like if I'm got to be a list, right, and then like how everyone's talking about To Your Eternity, now To Your Eternity probably go on top of the list next, and I'm like, oh, once I caught it with these, I'm gonna start To Your Eternity. I'll binge it because I still got stuff like Bungo Stray Dogs on my list that I haven't got to. There was that one I know you and Long talked about back then that was pretty fire. It's really nicely drawn. It's dealing with like mermaid people or whatever, and everyone's talking about how good it was, and I just haven't got to it. And
I thought you watched that with us.
No, I watched like an episode or two with y'all.
Don't waste your time.
What?
Okay.
Mermaid people?
I heard it was so good. Hold on, let me see.
It's really pretty long. Christian, I don't remember the name of it.
Hold on,
is it the one
my queue.
where like
it's like these kids, like something happens, time went somewhere, and
they stayed kids, right?
Yeah, they stayed kids.
Oh, I did watch that one. I hated that shit at the end.
Nagi, no.
I know, exactly.
No, Nagi no Asakura.
Yeah, I think that's that one. Yeah. I hated that at the end. It was good, and in the end, yeah, I hated the end. Well,
it's something you have to watch to like really get it. You're just like,
one of the decisions they make, story-wise, you'll love it or hate it. I hated it.
So was it like a good anime, and then hit that thing where this decision right here, just
it's like.
Cause that's kind of what Bleach did. It's like this is dope,
it's going
then
good.
Something happened. You're like, yo, fuck this show.
Yeah, it's going good, and then the decision they made, you're like, okay, this is a cool decision, but then what they end up doing with the decision, you're like, this sucks. I hate this shit.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty stupid. I was just like,
yeah. Oh yeah, stupid. That's that thing. That's the easiest way to say it. It's just stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like,
see, now that anime just got pushed back in line. Like I'll get to it when I get to it.
But no lie though, the animation thing was
beautiful.
Yeah,
it looks great.
The animation looks amazing. That's what I've heard. So it's like
that's why I was extra mad. Just like, fuck this anime. So pretty.
It's still on my queue then. It's still on my queue.
Bleach is on my queue.
I don't know why.
I want to see what
Teresa, how do you even have Bleach on your
If you
queue?
watch Bleach,
because I haven't touched it, that's why.
Once Aizen dies, consider that the end.
Okay.
And then whenever they start the 1,000-Year War, then you can come back and skip everything in between and just go straight to the 1,000-Year War. And feel like you ain't missed nothing. You're like, oh, okay, this works.
Okay.
Don't mention Bleach. Bleach puts me in. But
no, do you guys also have this weird thing about, like, for me, I feel uncomfortable starting a new anime because I'm not ready to go on that ride. Because it's like you get invested in it, you binge it, and when it's over, you're just like.
It depends on the anime. The endings are always like bittersweet because you're just like, man, now it's done. All these characters are over. Yeah. Like, as I felt when we finally finished, it's not like any kind of feeling, but we got into Kuroko. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling all these characters, the generational miracles, and it's like, man, it's done. We don't even get to see them in their next year or the senior season. This is it.
I know. You see that, or you get pissed off, or you get extra sad, like that violin one. I don't remember the name of that.
Oh, Your Lie in April.
Yeah. That
oh my god, like, bruh.
I can't handle this.
I hate that shit.
It was so good.
I know, but it was the emotional roller coaster. You're just like, I can't handle this.
That's why you gotta know what you're getting into. See, like now I've been prepped by I've been prepped by two people for the
for your eternity.
To your eternity. I've been prepped by two people on the emotional roller coaster that's about to come. I'll be ready. I'll be like, we'll make it. We'll make
bro,
it.
The second episode will have you be like, bro, no, why would you do, bro? Oh my god, bro, why? Like, no, don't do that. Like, yeah, it's like, no, don't do that.
How many episodes is it so far? Like 4?
Yeah, I think 4.
Four
I
or
think the
5
fifth one came out this week or something like that. But
yeah, well, that's my backlog question. I do know, like Christian said earlier about waiting weeklies, you do hate when you gotta wait weeklies for anime. That's why, like Tokyo Revengers, it's intriguing. So I'm gonna just like, all right, I'm reading this. I don't want to keep waiting weekly, especially since it's not like action packed where I gotta see it animated. I'm like, I gotta read this now. That'd be one of my questions for another day. At what point do you just be like, all right, I'm reading this. I'm not waiting.
I mean, that's what I did with.
We all got that with Attack on Titans.
Yeah.
We all end up just like, all right, I'm going to read this. Except for Teresa, she don't read. She went to Jonesboro.
Shut up.
Everybody know they don't learn
I
to read
read
at Jones
it.
Road.
What?
I heard don't learn to read at Jonesboro.
No.
That's what Teresa. That was not Teresa.
School.
That's what Letha told me. They don't learn to read at Jonesboro. She went to Jonesboro. They have a lit class.
Jonesboro was a good school. She must have been talking about Riverdale. That was the school.
Everybody can read at Riverdale.
Read what?
But yeah, that's my question, I guess. The binge wars or backlog. Because everybody has a backlog. And I'm like, at what point do you just be like, all right, you off the list? So,
all right.
Follow us up, Christian.
I got you.
Teresa got to come last with. I know.
I know. I know. All right. So, it actually ties in with sort of what you said about, we have backlogs, and some of those backlogs for us include games. So quick plug, real quick, not for me but for our boy Long. Man just pulled like an 9-hour stream on Twitch of Resident Evil 7. He's going to be playing Resident Evil Village soon, so check him out. His twitch.tv/chaotic fart.
Oh, he changed it?
Fart.
Because he used to be twitch.tv/booty for days, but he wasn't getting that many viewers. It's booty with 4, the number 4, days with a Z.
No.
Now it's chaotic fart, you guys.
Yeah, that's
no longer.
Booty for days no longer there, so follow chaotic fart.
Yeah, so just go follow chaotic fart, give him a follow. You'll enjoy his streams. I always do. So anyways, he was playing Resident Evil 7, and I've been trying to convince him to do a Resident Evil 7 VR run, and now I see why he didn't want to do it, because after watching him play, I was like, man, fuck that game. I would not play that shit in VR. I would scream like a little girl. But that kind of brought me back to VR. Now that it's become a little bit more predominant, especially how high quality games are coming out in VR, like Resident Evil 7 is probably the best horror genre game in VR right now, just because it's a AAA. So what game, present or past, would you guys want to see a VR version come out with, like, updated graphics, of course, because previous games, you can't go 2D graphics for VR. But one of my, I guess to start you off, guys, is I would be interested to see like Mario Galaxy.
Ooh.
Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine, any of those, Mario games, I think would be really fun to play like in VR. And I can see how it could work. You're just Mario, you could see everything he does because you're pretty much dead anyways. But just for me, because you can do a lot of stuff with Mario. There's always also a lot of games. There's racing. There's also some racing games out there, but it's pretty straightforward. You got a wheel and you can go room, room, room. But Mario, I think, would be fun. Or like, for instance, the Mario Party games. Those would be fun too, but you would need a lot of people and a lot of space. Or you can do it online. But I mean, what would you guys be like? Hey, if I could get this game done in VR and play in VR, it would be that game, and why?
Okay, so first of all, I got to be able to play VR games, because last time, like, we was at E3, not trying to VR games, I felt sick, super motion sick, and like, I don't think I played a VR game since then, because I was like, oh, this ain't for me. Like, it was a cool idea. It was an RPG game we played a beta version of, where you put it on and you can like see the thing and you're like throwing your spells and you're like linked up with everyone there. Cool idea, but the motion, I was in here like, take this off. And it's like, you want to try the boss now? I'm like, no.
No.
I want to go home. So I'm not big on the VR just yet. So hopefully it'll get a little more smooth. But let's see, the game. So we tell VR, are we just talking about like whoop, whoop, and it just feels better, or are we like you in the game, or are we talking about like some futuristic VR where it's like
I guess we could go a little bit like current to a little bit next gen. You could say where you get your wireless controllers, and they act as kind of like nunchucks, like WeChucks or whatever.
Okay. See, I was gonna say something like 2K, some sports guy where I can be running on the court and I can be like, "Yo, pass me the ball." I can get the ball and I can dribble myself with the controls and take the shot with the. That'd be pretty dope, but I don't think we're there yet to where that would be mechanically fun. It feel like it'd be a little buggy. See, I think the best VR games right now are like horror or adventure games. Ones that is pretty slow paced, but they can get you with the jump scares. You can hear little sounds over here. It's just like, So I think the VR game I would go with. I don't know. I don't play too many horror games. I just watch long play them. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pick any horror games. I would just be like,
you said Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I said like any like the Mario games, like
Mario game sounds like motion sickness waiting to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The thing is, the more you play VR, like the less like, because I remember when I first started using the PlayStation VR, like the first 3 times I was like, Jesus Christ, why do people play this? But then after that, like every single time I played it more and more, I could play it a lot longer to the point where I can play it like, I remember the last time I played like for almost 4 hours, and I took it off, and it wasn't motion sickness, but you did get that like first like 10 minutes of trying to adjust your senses back to normal, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I can't even move. It was just like, okay, let me take it off, sit for real quick. Okay, I'm good. But
I got my picks now. I got like 3 picks that just came to me out of nowhere. The first 2 is because with the VR, you can get real in, like I'm picturing you got the high quality VR. So the first 2, you can get real engulfed in the environment and the sounds and the aesthetics of the game, like fully experience the games. So I would go with Horizon Zero Dawn. And you're like out there in the environment, you hear little machines, the mechanical machines from your side, look over and see them, use all the weapons. I think that'll be super dope. So I'm going to go Horizon Zero Dawn on one side, and then the other one would be a remastered, updated graphic version of oh my God, don't draw a blank. I just had the name. Hold on, it's coming. Shadows Colossus. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh,
like Shadow Colossus, where you out there just on your horse, like, this is cool. And then you fighting these massive ass Colossus in VR where you have to climb and hold on. There just gotta be a way for you to get some of the maybe like sounds that'll let you know, because when you're playing the game, you can see the movement to know when to hold on tighter so you don't get thrown off. So maybe like some sound cues or something to fix some of the mechanics. But I think that'd be really dope, like an environment intensive game where you can hear and be engulfed in the environment, like I'm here. And then the last one, less so, but more a game to enhance the experience of the game, similar to that of Beat Saber, would be a Guitar Hero like game or a Rock Band like game.
Ooh.
Where you can like put it on and you can be like in a big ass crowd. You can hear it all, and you can still see like your little symbols coming, because you don't really look down to your stick when you're playing. You're looking here, so you can have like the crowd. You can feel like you're rocking out, or if you're doing like a battle of the bands version, you can see your opponent right there on the opposite side of the stage, and y'all just like, "Are you at? I got you." Just like, I just think something like that can increase the environment, so you're fully engulfed in the world and experience of the game, would be really dope. So
that's a really good one. I like that one. That's a good one. Let's see. For me, I only thought of like 2 things. The first one is, honestly, I would never play these games just because I also get really bad motion sickness. I just put it on and I got sick from playing Morrowind because I was a thief, so I was jumping around all the time trying to dodge people. So I'm just like jumping and turning around. I'm just like, oh shit. So if I could watch someone else play, or like watch it while someone else plays it, Monster Hunter would be a good game just because the environment, because you want to like go through the jungle, this big ass Rathalos, and you're just like, I'm supposed to fight that. You're like,
that is some motion sickness waiting to happen right there.
Exactly. Or the second one is actually my favorite horror game that I will never play, but I will watch someone play. Is Outlast. The first one. That's the good one.
That's all you, Teresa.
I ain't watching that.
Bro, I watch Dashie play it all the time. I was just like, this is hilarious.
That game is
so bad.
Or that game was. That was a good game.
That was a good game.
That's why I think horror games are like. I think horror games could really thrive in VR because it's horror games. So putting you in there just like increases the tension. Cause you could be in a crowd of people, but once you put the helmet on and you're just there, you're still by yourself. You're just like,
yeah, it's pure environment. You're just like
picture like a Silent Hill where you just got a camera. So it's all just running. I think Silent Hill would be a dope VR game because it's just a camera. You're running. You ain't got to worry about shooting stuff. You just,
Imagine playing PT with VR.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have played it. Because without the VR, we just watching
shit your pants right there. You're like, nope.
The lady jumped out. Everybody was like, ah. No, PT would shit your pants. Especially with the surround sound. You just walk and you hear it from here. You're like,
you're like,
I'm just not going to turn that way. I'm just going to keep it moving.
Go around the corner. You're just like,
you're slowly pressing that analog stick to go forward. Like, I don't want to, but I got to.
Just like,
that's why I think horrors are like perfect for VRs. It's like greatness until we get to that like Ready Player One status of ultra reality or VR. Then right now, I think horrors are like king for VR.
Bro, can you imagine that kind of VR system, like the Ready Player One thing, but with a horror game? You're like actually in it. You're just like,
if I had that, I ain't playing no horrors. I'm going full adventures out here. I'm gonna be climbing mountains.
I'm going full drive sim on that one. That's the case.
I'm like thieving out here. We finna be Nathan Drake, you know? But yeah, guys, just got back for taking down some treasures. How y'all doing? But VR. I wonder how long do you think it'll take before we get to like those fantasy levels of VR where it's
technology has jumped a lot compared to like middle school when the iPod first came out.
Yeah.
To like now, that's like 10 years ish, 20. Almost 20 years, so.
Mm-hmm. Yo, those iPod.
Why are you making me feel old, Teresa?
iPod Nanos are trash. I'm just throw that out there.
Nanos was useful.
Those things were trash.
What?
Things were
it was
trash,
super useful if you wanted to go running.
You couldn't even change. You just had to play with whatever order you have it on already. You're just like, this is the order. I can't do nothing else. Oh my god! And they're so small.
Just make sure your
playlist
is fire, Danny.
It gotta always be fire. You can't just be like, ooh, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear this one song. It's on my playlist. But
click.
Nope. Click. Nope.
Click. I thought I had mine right here, but I don't.
No. You probably lost it, Christian, because that's what happens with iPod Nanos. You get them, you put your playlist on them, you go somewhere and they disappear because they're so small and trash.
It wasn't trash, especially the one that came with the small touchscreen one, bro. That was my favorite one of all.
Once you added the small touchscreen, it's like I can finally control my music. I want
instead of shuffle.
Instead of everything's on shuffle, and I can only go next.
That means your playlist wasn't fire.
I'm like, we wasn't that active as kids when we needed this.
That's true. We were just like, click. I don't like this. Oh, there you go. So.
And we ain't had no wireless headset, so you have your gummy earbuds hanging from your, hanging all the way down to your Nano, just asking to get robbed.
Getting caught in everything.
Oh my gosh!
Also, just like yank your ear out. You're like, shit.
Dang, tech came a long way because back then it was fired.
Okay.
Plus, I remember those fat ass Zooms. that was bigger than your phone.
That shit was huge. Was it like it was like a personal diary kind of thing too, right? I know you could put shit on there.
It was as big as shit and thick. Don't think it's bricks.
Yeah.
Sorry to get distracted. Go ahead, Teresa.
Yeah.
So, my question is really specific. I mean, I thought about a different question, but I was just like, nah, let's go with this question because this is the only one I've caught up so far. I've been really busy. So, wait, would this still be considered a spoiler? We talked about.
We don't know because we don't know your question. If we're talking about what?
Attack on Titan. So my question was, what do you guys think about? I mean, Danny, I know you read ahead. Christian, I think you also read ahead.
Yeah, Christian.
I have not read ahead.
I still got the last chapter to read, but Christian's finished.
So I don't know if that's a fair question.
It's a fair question.
How did y'all feel about the first part of the final season for Attack on Titan? Like, pretend like everything after that, you don't have that knowledge yet. Like, the reason why.
Okay.
Everybody's acting the way they act.
Oh, that was... okay. Well, first, with the knowledge, I was like, there is no way they fit in this one season. I was wondering what they're going to do. People were talking about rumors of a movie afterwards, and I was like, they're going to have to, because there's no way they're fitting all this. And 3 episodes left? Hell no. What though? What? But if we're just going on the characters and the behavior in the first season, before I read it, I kind of was just like, what is happening? Why are everyone like this? Everyone's so like different.
Annoying.
Like Eren was annoying because I feel like his character just flipped to this headstrong, I got my plan or whatever to just save the people here and I'm gonna be mean to you guys from like where it was, because like Caden and them watched season 1, they was watching season 1, and I was like, dang, this is that Eren who's here to try to fight for his guys and do everything, and I'm like, this current Eren, he's an asshat. And then Mikasa was making me mad because she went from like super strong Mikasa to pretty just.
She's a bitch.
Oh no, she don't seem like well, I know right now she's confused on what to do because of her feels for Eren, but she's also just like, she just feels so stagnant right in this first part. Just like helpless unless they're fighting, and then she goes in, and outside of that, she's just like, I'm here. And it's I don't know, every character seems different. You still got Armin, who's super smart and all this stuff, still thinking like, man, y'all saved the wrong one. It shouldn't have been me. I'm like, shut up, Armin, bro. You a genius. You saved them so many times. Shut up. And it's just, I guess a lot happened in the time skip that we just didn't see, because everyone just seemed like so different.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe the Sasha thing affected some of them, because they were all still happy, and then that happened, and then it's just like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, we just lost one of our A1s, one of the most innocent ones we have. She just wants potatoes.
She just wants to eat.
But it was nice to see, I guess, what's her face? What's the girl name again? The one that actually killed Portia? No, not Portia.
Oh, you mean Gabby?
Gabby. To see her get hit with that reality, because some people are brought up that way, like in real life, that this is all they know. From the time they was born, their parents taught them those people are bad. That is this. Don't listen to them. They're bad. And then you go see it firsthand. And she's like, they're just people. It's like, it took her a while, but she slowly started getting it. And I was like, oh, her character development that we will see more of in the second part is actually dope. But
okay, I hope so, because I was like, she is
Oh no, I hated her. I was like,
yeah.
I'm waiting
Oh,
for him
yeah.
to fold her. I'm like, fold her.
I
Did you
fucking
see
hated
it?
Gabby, bro. Gabby was so annoying as fuck. It was like, bro, John, someone just give her that like out of nowhere death. Like, do it right now.
We don't need her.
Yeah, I was like, what is this character for? She's just annoying. But yeah, I agree with Danny. If I, when I was watching, I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. I like how they did the time skip, and I liked how they gave the audience a view of the other nation, like from the get-go, instead of like just jumping into the invasion. So they kind of gave you a sense of like, oh dang, they're I mean, they suck, but they're still trying to do their thing for their people, but they still suck. And then yeah, and again, it's yeah, it's just the ending changes everything, like in terms of how you feel about this part. But I'm trying to remember how I felt, and I did like how they did Aaron, where he was just like, I'm tired of trying to wait for orders, and and being scaredy cat and all that, and like being indecisive. So let me go and invade this country, and because someone's got to do it. And then finally, I was glad that they skipped the whole like him learning how to control his powers completely. Because when that fight started, I was like, oh shit, he knows how to like actually control them. He's OP, in a sense now compared to his like last season. So I liked it, and I like the characters. I like how they gave what's his name, Rainer. A lot more backstory. Gave him like
You see his struggle. That boy Rainer.
Yeah, like that man was struggling. So I like what they did with him. It's looking. I definitely felt like, just like Danny said, like once I got to like the what was like the 5th episode or some shit. I was like, there's no way they're gonna finish it this season. I mean, I didn't know what the ending was at that time, but I was like, there's like what they had already said. I was like, there's no way. It's too much stuff they have to cram in there to And this is when they had announced that the end was coming in the manga, like in a month or so, and I was like, no way. Like there's like from ending, like you're from like, well, I knew they weren't cut up with the manga yet, so I was like, okay, so if manga's gonna end next month and this is the final season, but they're at this part, like how do they? There's no way like this all just ends in the next 5 episodes. I mean, they would have to. So I thought they were gonna do a movie. Is something I was reading online. Some people thought that.
That's some things I was hearing.
Yeah. Which looking at it now, it could have made sense because I could see how the last part is a movie. You could literally put it in the movie.
You can. And it'd be fire.
Yeah, it'd be fire. But I thought that's what they were gonna do, and then after finish watching it and then going to read it, I was like, oh, I was even more convinced that they would do a movie because once I read it, I was like, yeah, this movie would be straight fire. But because then I kind of like figured they would catch up to some part with the last 2 episodes, but I liked it. One of the most unique animes probably ever. In terms of, so it was great.
Okay. I think it's a fire anime because it actually sticks the landing too.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my opinion. Completely unbiased. I have not read up to the manga.
You don't read anything, Teresa. We know that.
I do read, but I don't read anymore because it's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of going on.
It is
anyway.
A lot going on.
So, completely unbiased, just me and my brother watching this shit. I was pissed. I mean, like, it was good. It was good, but I was so pissed. Aaron pissed me the fuck off because this man over here, what else does he got except for the Titan powers, right? He's over here threatening people. He was just like, oh, what y'all say about me? Here's my hand all cut up and shit. Y'all know what I'm about to do. And I'm just like, do without the Titan powers. See how well you hold up against these people.
But you don't got to because you got the Titan powers.
No.
It's like walking in with the strap. They're like, throw hands. But
Bro,
I
that's
got a
all he got.
strap,
He's
though.
a punk. That's what he is.
But I got the strap,
That's
though.
so annoying. Bro, that scene specifically showed up with him with his cut hand or whatever at least 5 times. It has to be 5 times. Just like every other episode, it's just like, so we got to talk. And you're just like, I can't do anything. He got 3 of them. And it's just like, oh, what y'all say about me? I'm just like, bro, go somewhere. Please. You're pissing me off with your stupid angsty ass self. And he's over here like, I don't care about nobody else. Mikasa, you're a slave. And Armin, you're also a bitch. That's why I whooped your ass. And I'm just like...
He kind of did say that to Armin. I'm like, bro, Armin, you better slap this man. You tight.
That's what I'm saying. Armin, whoop his ass. And it was just like, bro, the entire... Eren just pissed me off so bad. He's over here just walking everywhere like he owns the place when he knows if he fucks up, he loses a lot. He is playing around with a lot, expecting people to save his ass all the time. Like the whole... Spoiler. Like the whole time... Remember when, after the festival... No, after the play by that long-haired guy, the Eldian guy.
When he attacked the village.
When he attacked him and ate him and all that kind of stuff. So he was in the midst of like, I mean, of course they made precautions and like try to distract the other Titans and stuff like that so they wouldn't attack. But, you know, he's over here looking for the Warhammer, got caught up in it, and then like 3 of the Titans show up. And he's by himself. If Mikasa and them never came to save his ass, he would just done that for no reason. But he was just like, oh, they know what's on the line. They gonna save me. And I'm just like, bro, you whack.
To be fair, he was right. He knew.
I mean, he was right. But he's so fucking whack, bro. All he can, like, when he has the fucking Warhammer in his hand. He's over here caught up in its branches, just like,
I mean, that
Warhammer. Everybody's
Warhammer.
fighting, and I was just like, bro, just eat her.
Warhammer's OP.
Dumb shit, like bite into it. And I'm just like, you know what it does.
I mean, I give him a pass on the hand thing because that is a way to guarantee a conversation. If I walk in there and I'm like, I know everybody's looking for me. Before y'all do something out of pocket, though, y'all see this, I can pop it off at any moment. So don't try nothing. So I understand the hand thing. It's just to one, guarantee a conversation. 2, those are still his friends. So to prevent y'all from doing something to where I gotta hurt y'all because y'all know now, because at this point the army split. There's those people who call the Jaegerists and the regular people. The Jaegers are kind of extreme. So to prevent them from hurting you guys and me from having to, let's not do nothing stupid. I got the hand here. Let's not do nothing stupid. So I give him the thing with Eren. He's annoying. You kind of see why later. He's still annoying. Like from now to the end, Eren is going to be annoying. He's annoying. He annoys me. I hated his character. Get that straight. But you start understanding why certain stuff he did certain ways. You're still going to hate him. I hated him.
I mean, I understand. I understand why he does it. It's just, you just see someone pulling up with the strap all the time, like just flexing it. You're just like, bruh, stop.
Why you got the strap?
Why? Yeah. Quit. Just stop. We get it.
Yeah. I was actually talking to Long about this because he came over and we were talking about it since no one else has read it. Teresa. So we went over a little bit some of the stuff and like amazing. Yeah, I think what me and him got most out of not most, but like we wish they would have done more with the ending and for Eren wise was like made some stuff much more clear.
Yeah.
Because after this, Teresa, they're gonna introduce something that's gonna fuck up like completely like
Yeah,
your understanding of the world of the Titan world.
Of the Titan world.
Yeah, so you're gonna be like, okay, because like right now you have a pretty straightforward story, like, you know, X is happening because of X and Y, and this caused that, and blah blah blah. But they're gonna introduce something that it just flips the whole story, in a, like, that you're like, wait, what?
At least in the Titans' eyes, it flips the ideas of Titans. You're just like, what?
Yeah, and it would be fine, like, if they, because I think where the Arthur messed it up is he wasn't too clear on some of like the technicalities of it, and so me along, our biggest gripe at the end was that there was so much loose ends that didn't even have some sort of like, okay, this is what could have happened, or this is why this didn't happen. And it were like important plot points that could have been solved with like a simple, yes, this is why he didn't do that. You're like, okay. But there are some stuff like, wait, this could have been avoided by this, because apparently you can do this, but then why didn't he do that? And then they try to cop out a little bit, but then it ends up creating like a loop, like a plot hole. You're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. If he could do this, why couldn't he do that when this happened? And then this happens, and like, why didn't he just go with? Yeah, it
just a lot of confusion.
Okay,
yeah, that's gonna be a good conversation when we get there, because I do want to talk about that at some point. I got an idea, kind of got an idea on it, but say that and try to remember that for when it gets there.
Yeah, we like, when I talked to him, we kind of gave back and forth of what we think could have happened, or how I guess the author intended the audience to consume it,
interpret it.
But to me, at the end, I will say this: the character story I hated the most at the end, it was not Eren, it was Mikasa, and you'll see why, Teresa. That was I tell long, like, I fucking hated what they did with her character. Like, they destroyed her character completely, and I mean, Eren was.
You can see it now. Like, from the previous seasons, we expected Mikasa to become like
a Captain
Levi.
Like Levi.
Yeah.
That badass. But now she's just like, oh, why did Eren say this about me? Pretty much, and it's like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, why, Mikasa? You can fold this man at any moment.
Literally, just fold this man yourself.
Like Levi, I like Levi. He is dope through and through. Ain't no change. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna kill you. Just letting you know. You can try whatever you want to try. I'm gonna be on your bumper. That's what I loved about the first part of the Attack on Titans, or the final season, part 1, is that he stayed true to that. That way, he was like, I turned your whole friends into your enemies. He's like, I don't care.
I'm about to kill them.
It's like, this is sad, but I'm finna kill them and beat your ass. And he did. It had this man chained up on the back of a cart with a bomb attached to his neck. I'm like, see, this Levi right here.
Yeah. So, well, you'll be happy to know, Teresa, that, and again, this is my personal opinion, he doesn't end up having the best character story.
Okay.
In the anime, and like in the end.
It's sad, but he does. Yeah,
but like how they closed out his story, it was like it gave you that good sense, like, oh, this was like, it's not a happy ending, but the ending, you're like, oh, I feel satisfied. This is a good closure for his storyline. Yeah, like you feel like his was done. You feel good about it. You like, I got no questions. This man is dope as fuck. He's gonna be the GOAT, and that's it. But then you have Mikasa over there with
Jesus, I think it's just because we expected her to become Levi level.
Well, that too, but we were expecting her because the author was kind of like giving us these background hints.
Yeah, he kept putting like random hints, like when the diplomat lady came in and made her sound like super important.
Yeah,
like, you're like, you got her. I was like, oh, okay. And then you're just like, wait, is that not important anymore? Because they just said it and didn't do anything with it.
Yeah,
I guess.
And the thing is, Teresa, the author does this to literally the last chapter. Like he hypes this to Mikasa up to the last chapter. If he's even hyping her up in that last chapter, and then you're like, okay, she's gonna do something. I'm waiting for it, and then he reveals and you're just like, what the fuck? You just killed her with one panel. He literally kills her with one panel. You see that one panel of her, you're like,
he means her character, not kill. He means her character.
Okay.
No, oh yeah, okay, oh yeah.
No, I know, I got that.
And say in case people are like, what?
Oh yeah.
He killed my cousin. What the fuck? So, like, character.
Probably, I'm pretty sure the world would have known by now if he had done that. But,
yeah, it would have been spoiled.
Yeah, but yeah, this man literally kills her character in one panel, and I'm just like, you fucked up for that, man. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, you really did my girl wrong like that, bro. How can you do this to me, to her, to all her fans, bro? I hate you. I hate you. But yeah, that's just you'll see why, Teresa, when you read it, like in 10 years when you read it, or in a year when you see the anime.
A year? I thought it was coming out soon.
Probably winter. Next season, yeah.
I hope so.
I mean, not next season, but
yeah. All right.
Because I did at the end of the manga. There were characters that I didn't expect to like, and I liked them more than some of the main characters because of what they did to them.
That's good. I was say
that like oat milk. I see you drink that oat milk. Can't sneak a whole glass of milk.
It wasn't even a whole glass. Milk. It's a small glass.
That's a glass.
I was eating some Oreos. That's why.
But yeah, so I get it. Yeah, it's just so far how this is going. I don't know if I'll be excited.
You gotta read, Teresa. You gotta read it.
I will say, final season gonna be fire.
Okay.
Where they ended after that, it's just gas. There's no more stopping.
Okay. There's no stopping. It's like literally there. It's just it's not no more. Let's camp out here for a day or two so we can explain some backstory.
Well, you got one more camp, but it's not even that long. They don't even.
But not even a camp. It's like it's straight fire right there.
Yeah, after that, it's just gas all the way through.
Okay, that's good. Because I'm gonna say, it was like this season was exhausting, especially with the whole Gabby involvement. You're just like, I mean, I get what they're trying to go with that. They're trying to change your mind through experiences.
Yeah, it's just a character that people hated.
This final season is gonna be so fire, Teresa, that I would even actually recommend you binge it. You wait for it to come out completely and then you binge it because I don't think I can see myself
because like there's points where it's just like you gonna at 1 week you can be like, oh my god,
bro, yeah, oh my god,
oh my god, they can't just do that. Now I gotta wait.
Yeah, I would. Oh my god, I couldn't wait. I would not be able to wait. Not like if it's a week, it's gonna be a weekly. But I would recommend, if you can, to anybody actually, if you can, maybe you won't be able to hold off for the whole season, but like maybe watch 3 episodes at a time because it's so much fire that like does not stop. That you're like, how are you just gonna end the episode on that, bro? Come on, give me. And then so you need to
it's some cool stuff that happens, and the idea of Titans, and it's some cool stuff that happens. Yeah, we can go deep into Titans, but it'd be a lot of spoilers. It's some I can't wait because I skipped season 2. That's the perks of reading. You know, wet season's gonna be trash, so I skipped season 2. I was like, ain't nothing finna happen this season. I read this already. They finna be looking for a hole in the ground. They gonna find the hole in the ground, and there's gonna be a lot of talking after season. Then everyone watched season 2 and was like, "Man, season 2 is so trash." I'm like, it is what it is. I know it is trash.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, season that final first part was just.
It's a lot. It's disappointing. I can see where people would be disappointed in it for sure.
I mean, it builds up. The build up is,
it's nicely done.
See it, yeah, but it's just like what's
characters,
happening. Yeah. All the character development, you're just getting pissed off. You're just like, why are you like this?
Especially seeing them from like how they were. Like, I see the drastic change. Like I said earlier, once I seen them watching season 1, I'm like, dang, their characters are so different now. Yeah. But I guess it's that kind of like Rainer, that being brought up in war, and now he's all like.
He's confuzzled. He doesn't know what to do.
I don't know what we were doing. Those were just people.
They were us.
They were us on their side. But yeah.
Yes.
I went over there and just screwed those people. But I guess that's... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it like this. Well, this could be a very long discussion, but I'll just test it to see if you guys want to answer it or save it for next time. How did you guys, spoiler, how did you guys feel about the euthanization plan?
Oh, to make sure everyone can't have kids?
Or the reasoning for it. Reasoning that led up to it and etc.
I get the reasoning. Like, a lot of their plans, like, made somewhat sense. Even Aaron's plan kind of made sense. But, like, I mean, for what they wanted, like, who was it? What's his name? What's that little beast titan name again? Zeke?
Yeah.
Thought the euthanization plan, so everyone still gets to live. They just can't have offspring. So there's whatever eventually dies off, and like now people won't be scared of them. Like, I'm like, all right, it makes sense, but you can't tell a whole people that's inside these walls, like, y'all can't have no kids because everybody outside is scared of y'all. It's like, what? That's a part of life. They're gonna want to have kids. They're gonna want to get together with somebody and have the kids. And you gotta tell, just gonna. So I see where people fought against it because folks like smashing and having kids. You see that farm? They got hella kids on that farm. It wasn't all theirs,
but they were all orphans.
They weren't all theirs, but they like, man, look at all these working hands we got.
Oh my god.
I mean, from my point of view, it felt like one of the more. I guess reasonable.
Yeah, it's probably the most peaceful route for sure.
Yeah, like one of the most like peaceful, reasonable. Like I don't know if it was like it wasn't evil because obviously, but I guess one of the solutions, one of the enemies had is probably one of the like the more reasonable, kind of humane way to do it. I guess instead of just going around and killing everybody with whatever, like, oh no, we're scared of you, we're gonna kill you instead, So they're like, let's just tell we can't have any more kids, so there's no reason for you to be afraid of us, and
whatever. Once this generation dies, it dies, and now you guys just be scared for 100 years or whatever, and you're good to go.
Yep.
But it's kind of messed up as well, because that's kind of in that same vein where they be like in that logic of when they're telling like girls, oh, don't dress like this because boys will try to take advantage of you, so you shouldn't dress like this, instead of just telling the boys, don't try to take advantage of them. They can dress how they want. It's like, y'all don't gotta be scared of these people in the wall. They were chilling. Y'all they were the ones literally dropping titans off there. And they had to learn to play the Titans. It was like, you guys were the one doing this against them. They're just chilling in the wall. They're like, we only got these walls to protect us. And they were like not plotting anything, just going through regular life. We don't go outside the walls. We don't have to worry about Titans. And y'all was like, destroy the walls. Like, what? It was like, you guys did this. And then y'all, it is a long conversation, but it was, I got the plan, still thought the plan was stupid.
Plan is fucking dumb. Okay, so here's my input. The plan is fucking retarded. I understand it's the most peaceful way because, they slowly die off, that kind of stuff. But then, like, because it's so built in already that the Eldians are the Titan people, there's just like, after they can't have kids, life technically will go back to normal. So the Marleyan's going to continue to treat the Eldians like shit. The only thing is they just can't have kids anymore. And so the people continue to suffer, but they just slowly die off. So it's like a very slow, progressive suffering kind of thing.
Yep. Because like they can't have kids, but they still use them for weapons, the ones that are there, like they've been doing.
Exactly. And so it's just like, these people, aside, like, I don't know, it's so fucking backwards that the Marleyans are saying like, oh, y'all are the devil, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. But it's literally their government injecting spinal fluid, turning these people into Titans. Because I know for sure these people can't do it on free will. They don't just, I'm a Titan, come to eat your ass. All right? They're over here mind their own business until they get scooped up, injected, and then they're just like, He goes out as a Titan. And I'm just like, y'all backwards as fuck.
Like, and then they still not Titans until they be like, all right, Zeke, go scream at them.
And he does it.
Hey.
You're like, wait a minute.
I was chilling, bro. I was watching TV, and then I transformed.
So it's just like, it's so fucking backwards how like everybody over here hates. Like, I understand that long history of a Titans causing huge ass damage to the world. Okay, I get that. But then now it's just like, who's the real enemy? It's just like hating Jewish people for being Jewish, or hating, like, I don't know, Mexicans for being Mexicans. It's just like, why? They don't do anything. It's like, but they used to. It's just like,
but back in the day during this specific war, like, what that?
But we're not there anymore. These people can't turn into Titans.
they now I think about it, they literally couldn't turn until y'all injected them.
They can't.
They were just chilling, and then y'all injected them. Like, without they had the person that turned them to Titans with them. If he just doesn't, they're fine.
It's like completely normal, yeah.
It's like that meme where like the dude is like shoot somebody and he's like, "Why would you do that?" It's like them fucking injecting the Titan. I mean, like, why would you do? Why would you turn into?
Why would you do that? He's
like turn into Titans. What are we supposed to do against that?
What?
I get it.
It's fucking backwards. I was just like,
it is backwards. The Marleyans weren't the good guys by any stretch.
Oh yeah, no, they were completely prejudiced. And like, Zeke didn't fucking help either. He's over here like, I thought of a great plan to save our people. It's like, you're the main one doing harm to our people. You turn these people into Titans with your fucking spinal fluid. Who thought of that? I hope they answer that. They answer that in the next season, right?
Well, who thought of that?
The importance of his spinal fluid, because apparently it's only his.
I mean, because isn't he
because he's royal, right? The royal blood or whatever.
He's royal blood, but no, he has the Beast Titan. I kept thinking he had the final Titan. You'll see, Teresa. The whole Titan stuff is.
It's
whatever you thought you knew is going to be tested.
Oh my gosh.
Because it took a few chapters, and I was like, I kind of get the idea of it now. I kind of got the idea of the Titans. I haven't had the conversation with Long and Christian yet, how they had with each other, since I caught up about my idea on the Titans. But I kind of have an idea on this idea of Titans.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Also, one more thing to add.
Shoot.
Again, the euthanization plan, dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because this man, Aaron, totally condemned Paradise Island to destruction. He's over here attacking the world nations leaders at the thing, causing World War V, and then he's going to come back, and he was just like, all right, guys, I thought of a good plan to save our people. And I'm just like, this island's going to get bombed. This is a small island.
I kind of got his plan. It was like, all right, we attacked them. They did destroy their navy, whatever stuff, to come over. So it take them forever to rebuild that. And he was just like, pretty much, I bought us time. Because I think they had a time period. It was like, it'd be at least 50 years or something like that before they can do anything to us. We bought time. And to be fair, by that time, Aaron would be dead because you only live 13 years as a Titan.
Which is selfish as hell.
First off. Like, I bought us time. We can figure this out. They're going to be too scared, and they got to rebuild their navies. Before.
They got the stupid rumbling shit. It's like, but now everybody hates Eldians, so the Eldians are in Marley.
I wonder why.
Holy fucked.
To be fair, they are. I guess their train of thought is, to be fair, they already hate us.
Why not?
At least this way we can give them a reason to hate us.
I guess, but I was just like, bro, you
it's
just
like when you're crying and your mom's like, "You gonna cry? I give you a reason to cry." You're like, "No, I don't want that reason."
Oh my god! And you're just like, why?
Yeah, but I did think the decisions everyone made were stupid because everyone was in there like, I have the best choice of,
like,
or I got the best idea. I'm gonna use my decision.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You're really Okay, well, I'm done with my questions and add-ons.
They're good. Yours had some good stuff. Attack on Titan can have his own like show, honestly.
Yeah,
because
literally.
there's a lot happening, especially when y'all finally catch up. But we'll clock it there for this episode of the Anime Club podcast. We're gonna have a guest. Don't know when, don't know who, but they're coming. So once again, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Anime Club. And I am Danny, aka King Danimals on the socials. And we have with us,
it's your boy Christian, aka Viva La Paco on Twitter.
And Teresa, aka Risa Kip. Yay!
Yep. Make sure you follow. Make sure you follow our boy Long on Twitch at Booty4Days. Number
Booty
4
days.
days with a Z.
Or his alternate account, Chaotic Fart.
Or his alternate account, Chaotic Fart. Especially, this video will be out after he's done playing Resident Evil 5. But you can watch the VODs. You can watch the VODs, see him play Resident Evil 8. So, support the guy. And thank you guys.